All right. Happy DocMas residents. Ooh. Welcome to the Dr. DC podcast. My name is producer Richard, and across from me is the doctor himself.
Hello.
This year, like every year, we will be releasing episodes 12 days leading up to Christmas, as we like to call them, DocMas.
That's right.
Every day.
12 episodes.
12
drinks.
Over
one day of recording.
Good God.
How have we not learned better?
No, absolutely. And for this episode, we are joined by filmmaker and fellow nerd, Neil MacDonald.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Sorry, that was a mouthful of corn dog. That was really gross. If you know what I mean.
I'm into it.
That's probably the only thing about Caesars that appeals to me is the
corn dogs?
Elaborate savory garnishes.
Right.
That part I'm into. Everything else about it, I'm like,
We don't like clam and tomato? I don't understand.
Nope, not into
I mean, when you
clams
keep
or
saying it like that, it sounds disgusting. But what it is
cold fish soup?
It's pretty disgusting.
What do they actually call it on the? It's like
Clamato?
brine or broth.
Oh, I don't know.
Clam brine or clam
really?
broth or something. It's disgusting.
I don't know. I don't ask questions.
I don't know, but this is my 9th one. So
I'm impressed. You guys are looking pretty good.
we're more human than we were last year.
So much.
This was a good move.
I was literally on
Drinks
the
that are
floor.
more of a meal was a good move.
We did wine last year. I was literally, I got sick for a week. I was throwing up all night. My mother-in-law found me in my underwear, wrapped around the toilet. Like, it was bad.
My wife was not happy with me last.
No, it was a bad game.
Well, and wine is like probably, if not the one of the worst things to get really, really drunk on.
It's so funny because I was like, they were golden. I was like, it's not a hard liquor. It's wine. It's got to be way safer.
It was really bad. This was a better move.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still getting there, you know.
Yeah.
Well, again, though, the garnish, right? You have
It
the
really
corn
helps.
dog, you have some
It really
cheeseburgers, whatever.
It's forcing us to be a bit more responsible, I think, is the point, which is good. Because we can't be trusted to do that on our own.
Just layers.
The first year was bad because we did rum and eggnog.
It was eggnog, yeah.
Yeah, and you were good. Like, I would turn around and they'd be pouring more rum into my eggnog. We were foolish.
Well, no, we were fine. We made you foolish.
Yeah.
That was the mistake.
That's
there.
true.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten racist yet, so we're good.
Oh, no.
That's the level.
Yeah.
That's the line.
Yeah. When I start doing
Let's
bad
hope we can
characters-
release all 12 of these episodes.
Yeah. That's really the real reason those other 2 episodes didn't go out last year.
Right, yeah, the hard drive crash. Those were the sober episodes.
Yeah, well, you know, the more sober I get, the more clear I see.
Jesus.
All right.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a ton of questions, and let's get into them. First questions are coming from Twitter.
Twitter.
Coming from Brandon M. Flick.
All right.
Great name. I hope it's a movie. With the last name like Flick.
Like a flick.
Yeah. Who asks, has there ever been a bad live action version of Alfred?
Ooh. Let's go through live action Alfreds. Can you think of one that's been disappointing?
No, like honestly, even going back to like the serialized black and white ones, like no,
Oh, you mean like a Kirk Allen, like those old Batman?
yeah, like
I don't know
you
the
go way
Alfred
back.
actor's name, but
Yeah, I'm bad on that, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
And the one weird continuity throughout the kind of Burton verse, Schumacher verse,
Yep.
it's really strange. But
Well, yeah. It's Michael Gow as Alfred and Pat Hingle as Commissioner Gordon are the two that sort of stick throughout all 4 of those movies. The 60s Alfred is great. The one from the Adam West series. He's a terrific Alfred.
I've got a specific bone to pick with Alfred.
You have an Alfred. Oh, I know the Alfred you're going to say. The live action Alfred that's disappointing. I know precisely which one you're going to say.
From the movie The Joker.
Right.
That
The
Alfred
most recent live action Alfred.
He was this like cowardly pussy that this is a man who is trained. Like you can forgive anything from
Not every Alfred is SAS trained.
I think that's part of continuity now, though, isn't it?
I mean, the idea that he has some sort of is kind of...
That's continuity. Any of the ones before that continuity, I completely can forgive. He was the butler. That's fine. But now he is SAS trained. He is ex-military. The fact that he's like, get away. Like, no. Or he lets himself get pulled into the gate.
I assume you've also seen Joker, right?
I have, yeah. I was wondering if you guys had seen it. I mean, there's no continuity in the cinematic universe, and clearly Warner Brothers has kind of, not entirely, but mostly divested itself from the DCEU as far as the movies go. So, I don't know. I feel like the Waynes in general got punked on that movie, but
Yeah.
I mean, I had major problems with the portrayal of the Waynes in that movie.
Specifically Thomas
The
Wayne.
Alfred thing, though, I will admit, even though it didn't bug me as much as it bugged you, when he kind of gets the fear in his eyes and he's like trapped in the thing, I was like, Alfred could get out of this. There was a part of me that was like, that's not how Alfred would deal with this.
well, and it's hard because you got to think about it, right? In that movie specifically, everything is serving Joker and his storyline, right? So it's just a way to add a character, but then you're also, you're playing it towards what I guess is the antagonist or the protagonist of that movie is the Joker. So he's got to be scary and
I feel like
dangerous.
that, like the Thomas Wayne thing, was part of my critique of that movie, which was that they had a different movie to make, and then they inserted comic book characters where they thought they fit if the protagonist was Joker.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's, yeah.
Yeah.
But overall, I haven't seen Pennyworth. Are you guys watching that? Or
No, but I mean, that young Alfred probably get it.
Yeah. He's a snack for sure. I watched the first 2 episodes.
I'm a little bit angry that they took our basic idea for what a young Alfred would be.
I mean, I'm kind of a little bit upset with it too.
I'm pretty mad about that.
Yeah.
that's like filmmaking in a nutshell. Like all those lawsuits for like Terminator 2 are like, they stole my idea. It's like, no, the number of
Good luck proving it. Yeah.
Well, and also just like people think of the same stuff, right?
Zeitgeist.
Yeah. And the number of times we've had that
Coincidental inspiration sort of things. Yeah.
Yeah, I've threatened quitting the film industry over that very thing.
Wow. Yeah. Eh?
Yeah, like just like enough already.
I could see that being a pretty big frustration. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good movie.
I liked Joker.
Yeah.
I have problems with it, but I still thought it was good. Yeah.
It was a fun ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could talk about that Joker movie forever. I was very conflicted. I need to see it again.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, it's so blatantly stealing from things.
I certainly didn't think it was great, amazing, unassailable.
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked about this. I went into it expecting to hate it, and I came out liking it. So I was like, it's got to be pretty good to turn my inherent bias around.
Yeah.
But I still have issues with that movie.
Yeah. For me, it was a diluted, filtered through DC version of a bunch of other really good movies. And so that at the end of the day, I think that's the biggest issue with it.
Yeah, for me, it was that aspect, like removing or decreasing the amount of kind of superhero-ness and comic bookiness from it. I felt made it a little exploitative of mental health stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just like just a little more, like for me that was a big thing because I love the Roger Moore Killing Joke that
Alan Moore.
Alan Moore. Yeah.
I wish Roger Moore wrote Killing
I'm just
Joke.
like, wait, I got that wrong.
What a classy Killing Joke.
The that would be a good movie. But there's the physical transformation because he does actually fall into the chemicals and like that.
It's just missing a piece.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just that little comic bookiness to push it over would have made soften some of that stuff for me.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good point. Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, it was still, there was good. Joaquin Phoenix, amazing.
I mean, yeah.
Whatever that performance was supposed to be, it was still good. It was a good performance, right? All right. Let's move to the next question. Comes from our favorite, Spacey, Sexy, Texter.
Ooh, Cosmic DM.
Cosmic DM. I know they've fought before, but is Shazam as strong as Superman?
Ooh. Sort of depends on the version.
Because, I mean, he has gotten some laser eyes done to him.
Well, yeah, so Injustice in that game, Superman straight up, heat visions through Shazam's skull and kills him pretty easily.
Easily, yeah.
Kingdom Come, Captain Marvel takes Superman on toe-to-toe pretty easily.
Yeah.
So it a little bit depends what version you're talking about. But since we're already sort of talking about movies and stuff like that, why don't we take Superman from the DCEU, from Man of Steel and Batman v Superman and stuff like that? Why don't we take Shazam, Zachary Levi as Shazam? If those two fought, who are you giving it to?
I think you got to go Superman, but that plays into the whole trope, which I think comes from the comics of the fact that he's Billy.
Right.
puts him at a disadvantage because he's
not thinking like an adult.
Yeah, he's less mature. He's maybe less strategic.
Right.
He's, maybe lacks some logic. He's more emotional, but he's crazy powerful.
Yeah, I mean, this is the tricky thing with Shazam is he's supposed to have the wisdom of Solomon. And since the New 52, that is the power that's probably been demonstrated the least. The old Captain Marvel really showed because he was almost a different character than Billy. Since the New 52, where he's like a kid in an adult's body, we've seen a lot less of that power. I mean, wisdom is still different from knowledge, but
knowledge is power.
Yeah, I think I'm tempted to agree though that if we're taking the movie versions, I'd be giving it to Superman, even just on raw power. I think Superman has demonstrated more power than Shazam has, at least on film.
I think they laid the groundwork though in the Shazam movie. There's enough of the mysticism and the magical side, and they're starting to show the progression of his powers. So I think, especially some of the lightning stuff in that movie, he could kind of scale up.
Yeah, and I mean, Superman definitely is vulnerable to magic. I mean, we saw it in Kingdom Come when we did that whole episode about that. Like the big move that Shazam can pull is to grab Superman, say Shazam, and put Superman in the way of the lightning and sort of hit him with that, which is a pretty big power move, That would be his Smash Bros. That's his Super Smash, right? It's Shazam and hold him up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, let's go to the next question. All right, we're leaving Twitter and going over to email.
Check the email.
Hope it's from a female.
Ooh, that was jazzy.
I know. Question comes from Zach.
Oh, hey, Zach. I just thought there was going to be more.
No, I know. So did I. Who asks, what movie do you think had the best overall look? How would you improve the others?
So let's open this up to all DC movies.
Yeah.
I guess that you've seen, since that's the only way to answer that.
Yeah, most of them.
Yeah.
Even a good chunk of the animated ones. Oh, man. I mean...
Best overall look.
So
Ninja Batman.
That's not necessary. That doesn't necessarily mean best cinematography or anything. Like, just means like the feel, the tone.
I loved Ninja Batman. I loved what they play with the art styles.
Yeah.
Like
that one really got to you. That was one that you were like, yeah, I like it.
Yeah. I was deep into that one. That one's great.
That's fair. And like even down to like the Year One and the Dark Knight Strikes Back animated ones because they referenced that comic style so well. But I mean, for me, it comes down to probably Burton or Nolan, because I love how grounded Nolan is, and those movies to me are amazing, and they're technically amazing on so many levels for a filmmaker.
Sure,
but there's something about the anachronistic style of the Burton verse that
there's such a specific style, right? Like he's not going for like a realism. He's like he made a creative decision and went through it with the entire thing.
I feel like we talked about this a bit when we did the episode you were on, that even in the Schumacher ones, there's something kind of enticing about a Gotham that has these like Leviathan statues and like it's not a real city, right? It is something comic booky and mythic. Yeah. Like there's even those horrible Schumacher ones have something from an art direction perspective that's like, that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Like
there's something to take out of that it's like, even if that movie was a train wreck, like that concept is something that could be taken away from.
Yeah.
Well, and they just embrace that kind of whimsy is not the right word, but there's this certain suspension of disbelief that comes from the comics, right? Where you don't need to know the physics behind how Batman can swing around that building, and like that's the difference in the Nolan one is he figured out how Batman can do that stuff, which is cool, and that's part of
that. Was the Nolan movies are almost like, how do we make a Batman movie that Neil deGrasse Tyson can't shit on?
Yeah,
well, I mean, when you're including
it's a MythBusters version,
totally. When you're including crazy things like the real CIA extraction technology that was like top secret until not long before that movie.
Yeah, the Skyhook thing.
That's pretty up there.
I'm going to throw one out there that I don't think is actually a hot take, but might just be Constantine. I know the major critique of that movie is about Keanu. I actually think the movie, though, I do too, but I think that's people's main issue. I think the tone of that movie, the look of it, is pretty cool. You know, when Peter Stormare shows up and he's Lucifer and he's in the white suit, but he's got the tar on his feet. Yeah. And just the look of like, it's just these abandoned like bathhouses and tiles and broken, like the way the city looks, the way the hellscape looks. Like I kind of dig Constantine. I think it's got a cool feel to it, like a cool aesthetic.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome side note, worked with Keanu.
What?
Guy. Super cool, man. Yeah, great human being.
Oh my what? I'm white.
Day the Earth Stood Still.
Whoa! Klaatu Barada Nikto.
Jesus.
What, you think it's a nerd thing I don't know?
I apologize. You're a regular Kyle Clark.
I wish.
Yeah, I know. Don't we all? Oh my God, that's awesome. That's so fucking cool. All right, next question. We are leaving email and heading on over to Reddit.
Where everyone's nice and no one's ever mean.
Not even once.
All right.
Question.
We're going to have one of these while we're doing this. We got these cool.
You're going to butter your tart.
Butter
Tis
tart.
the season.
Yeah.
Right?
It's the fucking, that's my favorite.
I do love butter tarts.
Yeah. Give to daddy. Thank you.
Why do you have to say it like that?
Because I like to creep people out. Question, oh God, no. Question comes from my brother, Quebec Hattie, who asks, Doc, question about Superman's healing.
Okay.
Does he heal like a Highlander, or is it more like his skin heals perfectly, but under the skin is his body is riddled with scar tissue and has aches and pains from all the times he was shot, stabbed, slashed with kryptonite? Bonus question, has he ever been hung with a kryptonite rope?
Jesus. I mean, the last question first. I don't think so.
There's been no lynching of Superman.
I don't think they've ever lynched Superman, but that's pretty fucked up.
My brother. No.
As for the healing thing, that's interesting. How do we think Superman heals? Do we think he's got scar tissue underneath a sort of perfect exterior?
Like scar tissue you never wish you saw?
Yeah, a sarcastic Mr. Know-It-all. Yeah.
But isn't it also there's not even healing for everything? Like, yes, he has super healing, he has super everything, but it's not every adversary. Like, he's not healing from a bullet wound. The bullets just bounce off him, right? Like, they've even
not everything requires
movies, right?
healing. Yeah,
yeah. Like in the movie, Superman Returns.
Yeah, that's the one where it hits him in the eye, right?
Yeah, like he's impervious to a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So that stuff's not creating scar tissue, but maybe a knockdown, drag out with Doomsday or Darkseid is leaving some scar tissue.
Or things with magic or kryptonite where he actually gets stabbed. My reading of it is that as long as he gets his yellow sun absorption,
as long as he gets that D?
Yeah, if he gets that D in him, then he fully heals. And I would say that's beneath the surface as well. Because I don't think we've ever really explored a Superman that like maybe heals, but then goes like, I got this stiff shoulder, like, fucking parasite or whatever. Like,
Kingdom Come a little bit, like you see that, you see the years on him, but that's also like,
but that's also a Superman that in that book they even say kryptonite doesn't even really work on him anymore.
That's right. Yeah, he's become basically impervious to it.
Yeah,
just so much.
Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting idea where he has absorbed so much yellow sun that kryptonite doesn't work on him, but maybe he's still just old. Yeah. I mean, the idea of wear and tear on Superman is so fluid because it sort of depends does a writer want to convey how vulnerable he is, or does a writer want to convey that he's fucking Superman? That's tricky.
When do scars stop healing? Like, he's a Kryptonian.
It's a question I ask myself every day.
Some never heal.
The ones on the inside.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
I'm gonna play some dashboard now.
Yeah, all of the Doctor scars are beneath the surface.
Oh yeah, they're all emotional.
Yeah, they'll come out in episode 11, right?
I mean, probably.
Why did she leave?
She had to go get pizza. I don't know. Like,
what, is she coming back?
I don't know. She has to bring your child back home.
Okay. Yeah, my temptation is to say he fully heals.
Yeah.
But I think we're right. There's probably versions where, depending on the Earth you're on or stuff like that, where there's slight like differences where maybe he can still just age and get old and get sore, even if he doesn't have physical scars or things like that.
For sure. All right, let's go to a voicemail.
Hey, Doctor, Producer Richard. It's James from Michigan. Happy DocMas. A question for you is, of all the dial docs that you've made this last couple of years, which one do you think would come out on top in a battle royale? Enjoying the show and hoping you guys have a wonderful holiday season. Thank you.
Oh, man.
Wow. I mean, my God, we've come up with so many. Even just remembering all of them is difficult for me.
Do you have an inventory?
Actually, Josh made one for us before our annual.
One of the fans who's now kind of working on the show has done it for us. Is it available in our?
It's in the drive. Yeah, I mean, it only goes up to our annual in June, so it's not including like the great ones we've come up with since then. But
we really only just.
I would say of ones that I immediately remember, I think. I came up with a character called Mr. Finite, who has access to any power, but he doesn't know to what extent. And it sort of depends on like how many other people are using that. Like if a bunch of people on Earth are all lifting things at the same time, he doesn't get that much strength. I think it's the idea that like every type of power has a finite amount of usage that's spread amongst everyone. So Mr. Finite, as long as no one else is doing anything, could potentially be the most powerful, most devastating one we've ever come up with. But as if anyone is doing anything, it starts chipping away at his power, and he won't know it until he goes to try something and he can't do it. That was Mr. Finite. I remember him.
Yeah. Come Man? I don't know.
Yeah, Come Man was our version where I don't even remember what his power was, but he would just say, I'm going to come. And then
like Shazam.
Like Shazam, but instead of a lightning bolt, it was a bucket of cum would drop from the sky and turn him into Cum Man.
Yeah, I feel like everybody's forfeiting in that bracket, right?
Bill, you win.
Yeah. It's like, cool. Have fun.
Yeah.
There's also Soup or Man.
Right. Yeah. What was
He could become either a regular man or a bowl of soup.
We didn't come up with that one, though.
No, that wasn't ours. No. It was a good one, though.
I came up with Popesicle.
Oh, yeah.
A version of Popesicle, which was like someone who...
That's really funny, because
someone who could summon like the holy... like freezing ability from like the ninth circle of hell from Dante's Inferno, where it's like meant to be frozen.
Up with the same thing? Just 2 episodes ago, I had Popsicle.
Yeah. Well, Popesicle was from quite some time ago.
Yeah, Popsicle, was
mine was religious
Soviet
and involved a 14th century epic poem.
Yeah.
Yours was just like literally about a guy with a sickle. An old guy who had a sickle, yeah.
Clearly, you guys need to do a DocMas bracket, you know?
I know.
24 and throw it up on Twitter and everywhere. And...
All right, Josh, get...
Sorry, man. Didn't mean to add to your intern.
No, it's all right. It's fun. Not my work.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, the one that I'm disqualifying is Pedophile, the guy that can summon any bike he needs.
Pedophile? I don't understand. He looks good with bikes.
Sure, yeah.
I don't know. See what's wrong with
that one. Made me angry because you said the power first, and I was like, "That's weird." And then you said the name, and I was like, "Fuck you, fuck you for that, for making me sit through that." Yeah, that's a good question.
It's called the setup.
Yeah, I'm gonna say one of mine, Mr. Finite or Popesicle takes it. Yeah,
I don't know. I don't have an answer for that one. Let's go to the next one.
Hey, Dr. DC. Hey, Producer Richard. This is my 9th dial doc for DocMas. So this one, the doctor might approve of, is called the Witch Doctor, spelled W-H-I-C-H, Doctor. And it's an infinite number of doctors occupying like a living tesseract of the same space. And each is an expert in their own fields and in their own ways. They wear a mask not to freak anybody out by the constantly shifting face that they have, as they're just flitting through all of the doctors that they have access to until the correct doctor is found for whatever the situation is. So in medical situations, plenty of doctors for that, even ones with specialties in certain fields, having to decipher some kind of ransom note, maybe a doctor with a degree in criminology. Anyway, bye.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
That's literally better than anyone we've ever come up with.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, that means that kicks it off.
Yeah, we're in the dial doc segment. based on Dial H for Hero. You dial in Hero into the Magic H dial. You summon the powers and personality of a never-before-seen hero or villain. We do this every episode. Try to come up with a new one. Richard, do you have one?
Yes.
Okay.
My character's name is Gravedigger.
Ooh, all right.
Who has the ability to, anytime they touch a tombstone, can reanimate the corpse within it and have them work aside them as a sidekick for a day.
Right.
But it's only as powerful as that person was in their own life and existence.
Right.
At their peak.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got one loosely based on something you've come up with.
Oh.
It's called Grave Dogger.
Fuck you.
It's based on the British thing of dogging, which is just having sex in public. So Grave Dogger can summon the dead, but only if he has sex with someone on that person's grave. If he has sex with them on their grave, he can raise that person from the dead, and then they can help him for a day. That's Grave Dogger.
Fuck you.
Wow. Went there.
Yeah.
Mine, I was thinking about this the other day because I wasn't sure if we would do this for sure.
yeah.
So thought it was appropriate. I was watching a movie the other day and was inspired. So The Shoveler.
Oh my God.
He's a spin-off from the Home Alone universe.
Oh.
The old man with the shovel.
Right.
But this version is like Buzz's version of the shoveler. So
Right.
he actually has the dead body parts and the big garbage can of salt, and he kills people with his shovel.
Oh,
and
shit.
He's a bad guy.
Yeah. I love it.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
that
I
one's
don't know.
good. That one's
Yeah.
really good. I like that one a lot.
It's definitely better than Grave Digger.
I don't know what's wrong with that.
I mean, Grave Dogger was pretty good.
I don't know about
Nothing will beat the one we got earlier from Taylor, Dogma.
Oh, fuck me. Yeah. That one was, a previous guest came up with one called Dogma, who was like a woman who could force you to give birth to a litter of puppies that then obeyed that person's control.
Wow.
So she could make you birth puppies that would then kill you.
Right.
Yeah, which is sort of fucked up.
Yeah.
It's really fucked up.
Yeah, it's pretty,
I'm never going to unsee that.
yeah, it's in my brain.
I'll never forget it. I'll never forgive.
No. Absolutely.
I'm gonna steal that and make a movie out of it.
I mean, you should. It's like that. Yeah, that's good body horror.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck, that's fucked. All right. Well, that's it for this week. If you want to send your own idea for a hero or villain, maybe somewhere in between, use the hashtag DialDoc and send us your idea. Or you can send us a question for a future episode, or maybe just nerd out with us online. All you have to do is reach out to us through our various social media platforms, such as our Facebook,
Dr. DC Podcast.
our Twitter,
At Dr. DC.
Instagram,
Dr. DC Podcast.
email.
Dr. DC Podcast at gmail.com.
Really? What?
I'm just thinking about last episode.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yes, subreddit. Please don't die.
/Dr_DC.
The doc phone is now open.
208-917-3238.
All you have to do is call us 208-917-3238 or
DCEU if you're nasty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, read some of our articles or buy our merch.
Buy our merch.
On our website.
DrDCPodcast.com or .ca.
Neil, do you have any things you want to promote? Any movies you got coming out? Anywhere people can reach you online?
You can always check out our website, Outpost 31. And yeah, I mean, we've been having a hell of a run with a short film we did called The Changeling. And it's actually playing today in New York City.
Oh, shit.
NYC Horror Film Festival.
That's insane.
That's awesome.
It's our last screening of the year. So yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. That's great.
Amazing. That's
All
super
right.
cool. Yeah, check out Outpost 31.
Yeah, there's always stuff coming out. Yeah. Well, not always, but,
Yeah.
you can find us. We're doing stuff.
Nice.
That's awesome. And of course, iTunes, give us 5-star review. Patreon, every single day for the next 12. Well, actually, for the next 3 days. But
Yeah,
we are releasing video episodes.
that's right. Little mini episodes for DocMas, but you still get your regular full double dose episode on the Friday. It's patreon.com/DrDC. It's only $5 a month.
Cinco dinero.
That's right. Per month.
Wow. Okay. That's it for today. Thank you, folks, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
Adios.
Ciao, ciao. Say goodbye, Neil.
Bye, Neil.
Thank you. You're the only one who's done that so far.
Superheroes, they always fight for what is right. Live with danger and adventure, they are men of might.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.